Hello, Rebecca Cramer here. My hair's a little big today. I don't know if it's going to stay inside the frame. So today I'm really excited because I am going to talk to you about how I get consistent leads from Instagram, consistent leads that convert. That's the most important thing. Hey, Megan. Hey, Allison. Also, if you have a question for me, throw it in the chat. So right now I'm using Restream to stream on multiple different channels. And I also have my Instagram right in the middle here. If you have a question, throw it in the chat. I'll hopefully be able to answer or at least tell you that I don't know. So one thing that I wanted to, I guess, first of all, I wanted to tell you about my Facebook group, Social Selling Growth Masters, which I'm streaming to right now. Also, YouTube, I'm on there as well. And I have a new podcast. I'm really excited about it. It's called She Hustles with Rebecca Cramer. So I would love for you to check out my podcast. It's on Spotify and a few other places that I don't have the list off in front of me. So please check it out. Follow me on YouTube. Join my free Facebook group, Social Selling Growth Masters. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to, I guess, to kind of start off, some things that are so important. So I get leads from Instagram, not like my own personal Instagram, not because it looks beautiful, but because it gets attention. I figure out how to engage with the audience, and then I figure out how to convert them. So I'm going to share that with you. So I hope that you'll stay to the end because you might be surprised. So again, if you have questions, throw it in the chat wherever you are. So first things first, content. But I don't know what to post. I don't know. I have no idea what to talk about. Okay, well, so then just go live. That's fine. You don't need to worry about. You could create content by going live. And guess what? When you go live on whatever platform, that live video actually stays on that platform. All you have to do is Instagram, you have to save it because that's what happens when you end the video. Well, you have to save it on all of the platforms, but that's content. You edit the post afterwards, perfect. You edit it before even. Restream has the option for you to be able to type out what the title of the video is or the topic that you're going to talk about. And then also then have the description in it. I took a migraine pill before this and I shouldn't have taken a migraine pill. So authenticity right here. I hope I can get through it. Anyways, so anytime that you go live, like there's no reason that you can't create content, because if you go live, first of all, you're the one that knows your business best, right? You're the one that knows the answers to all of the frequently asked questions. Make a list of FAQs, and go live talking about each of those different FAQs. Guess what? That's content. You didn't even have to take a pretty picture. All you had to do was go live. So there should be no reason why you can't create content and go live. And then the other fabulous, amazing way to create content and put content out there is, again, related to going live. So I talked about YouTube. That I'm on YouTube, that I'm on Facebook, that I'm on, even Periscope. Forgot to talk about that. I'm on Twitter. And I think I'm even streaming to Twitch today, which I don't even know anything about Twitch. That's my son knows about Twitch, but hello if you're watching from Twitch. So anyways, you can also go live on Clubhouse. Now, you guys, if you haven't heard about Clubhouse yet, it's a new audio social media platform that's still in beta, and it's only available for iPhone users. You could use it on an iPad too. But basically, you have the opportunity to, so with Clubhouse, you go into these rooms and you can stand on stage, or you can host a room, or you can, so here's what I use Clubhouse for. So I use Clubhouse because you can go into a room and you can learn from people who maybe know more on a subject than you do. So you can go into a room and learn. You can put up your hand and ask questions. So these people that you wouldn't have had access to previously, now you have access to them. And another thing that I do is I hop into other people's rooms and I add value. So what happens when I'm adding value? I'm providing information. I'm speaking only really about things that I know about because, well, that's the purpose of I guess being authentic and teaching other people is so providing value and usually I would do that in kind of a smaller room. But I also host my own rooms. So I host my own rooms once or twice a day at least. Maybe I think I take Sundays off. But other than that, I'm doing it Monday through Saturday on Clubhouse. And what do I get from that? Well, it's not content that's going to stay. No, it's not. But in that moment, it's live content and it's happening now. And what happens is that people get to see me as an expert because I'm live in the moment and responding to them. But also, I get to be on a stage. I get to be on a stage and demonstrate my expertise. So I really, really, really love Clubhouse for that. And I suppose even because, okay, so I was going to talk about Instagram and how I get leads from Instagram. So the reason that I'm talking about Clubhouse is because Clubhouse, you can't DM anyone. And so the only way that you can DM is through Instagram. So because of this, I'm getting more followers on Instagram. I am communicating with more people on Instagram. I'm getting more inbound messages on Instagram. And then, oh, by the way, if I also went live on Instagram, they can then, whoever learns about me from Clubhouse can then check me out on Instagram. So creating content and giving people a way to engage and making sure that you're engaging your own self. So content created on Clubhouse, create it wherever. Instagram is where you're going to get the leads. So what comes next? So content and then engagement. So here's the thing. When you post content or when you create content, and this is not referring to Clubhouse specifically, but if you create content and you do nothing with it, you just post it, it's kind of like having a billboard. So when you're creating content, if you're posting and you don't do any engagement, it's just the exact same as driving past a billboard. Like, I'm sure it works for some people, and if you see that billboard enough, you're going to remember them. But is one billboard really going to do anything for you? Probably not. But I'll tell you what will work even better: engagement. So as soon as you post something, before you post it, make sure that you're engaging with your audience, especially the people that you want to communicate with, especially the people who you want to be your leads, especially the people who actually are interested in your services. Okay, so you just created content, and now there's opportunity for you to show that you're interested in what they have to say, what they're doing on social media. So making sure that you are engaging, making sure that you're, if they have a post that's interesting, that you can comment or like. Or I always say it's not a bad idea to even post response evoking questions. Response evoking questions. Do you know what that means? A response evoking question. It's probably not. I think I made that up. I think I made up the terminology. It happens. Definitely happens. Okay, so a response evoking question would be a question that would, if somebody posted it on my feed, I would feel obligated to respond, right? So if you think about what would be a response evoking question. So a good response evoking question would be something that would not be a yes or no answer, that maybe lead to more engagement, and maybe it would make that person curious enough to go to your profile. And maybe once they get to your profile and they see all those live videos that you have posted on your profile, that they would be interested in what you have, the service that you have to provide. So that's an idea. And guys, if you have any questions, like throw it in the chat so that I can make sure that I answer. And if you're getting value, hopefully, let me know. So engagement, so important. Comments, follow. Okay, so about hashtags and following. So if you are wanting to target a specific niche, a specific location, think about the people who might also be paying attention to those hashtags. So what you could do is you could follow those hashtags and then, or search those hashtags and look through and follow people who might potentially be your audience, so that then maybe they'll follow you, and then maybe there's opportunity for you to engage at a later time. Again, back to the Clubhouse thing. Say you're in a room. So I know it's not completely about Instagram, but it all relates back to Instagram. So Clubhouse rooms, I love Clubhouse. I do love Clubhouse. So I do a mindset Clubhouse room every Tuesday night at 10:35 p.m. Eastern. I know it's late, but I'm on Mountain Time. And so it's 8:35 p.m., which is after I put my daughter to bed. So that's why it's that time. So hopefully you'll join me that room as well. But so here's what happens. Clubhouse, you host a room, you participate in a room, you add value to a room. Now what? Well, you have to be able to engage with the people who are also in that room. Of course, you have to be able to engage with the people who are also in that room. It's important for you to engage. Otherwise, what was the point? So one thing that I do, I just take screenshots while I'm in the room, and then I'll send the messages afterwards so that I can remember. So send messages the next day. Thank you so much. That was an amazing, whatever value you got. People are providing so much value on Clubhouse for free. So it is really nice when you get messages saying, thanks for joining, or thanks for providing value, or also thank you for the question. That was a really great question. What other value can I provide? Some really important things to consider is you want to be giving and giving and giving and providing info and content. And the more that you appear as though you're an expert, the more likely people will be to trust you. And the more people trust you, the more likely they'll buy. So, and then finally, hello Ahmad, hello Russell, hello Omar and Allison. Let's see. My gosh. Okay, so what else? In content, number 1, engagement, number 2, and conversion. Okay, so what does that mean? So here's the thing. If you don't have your Instagram connected to your Clubhouse, for example, who's going to be able to send you a message if they want to do business with you? If you don't have your landing page connected to your Instagram, how will someone ever be able to know how to contact you or know what other services that you provide? You need to be able to give people a way to convert. But I don't want to seem salesy. It's not salesy. You're doing them a favor. First of all, you've provided content, which is value. You've demonstrated that you're an expert. You've created some kind of engagement, and now there's no way for them to convert. Is this a volunteer position that you're in? I don't think so. We're all doing this. We're all doing this for the same reason. Maybe obviously I love what I do, but we want to help others, and we also want to pay our bills and spend time with our family and provide for our family. So we need to get those conversions. But if you don't make it easy for people to actually convert, even if it's, and I'm not talking about buy this from me now, sign up, here's the link. A conversion is an email on an email list. A conversion could be a purchase. A conversion could be a download. A conversion could be, there's so many things that a conversion could be. And so anytime that you can get people into your wheelhouse, into your community, that's a conversion. Anytime that you can get people to spend money with you, that's a conversion. Anytime that you can entangle, the more that you entangle people, the more likely they will be to buy. So those are my tips my 3 steps for, and I always say the same thing: content, engagement, conversion. You just have to do those 3 things. Without one of them, it's not going to work the same way. Maybe it will work, but just not the same way, and not the best. Well, I mean, not the way that works for me, and not the way that works for my clients. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. We were just talking about how I get leads from Instagram and Clubhouse, by the way. I love Clubhouse. I think I already said that like 10 times. 10 times. Oh, and Gemma just reminded me, you could be also sending DMs. Yep, which I also said, but that not just from Clubhouse. You could be sending DMs to your potential leads as well. You got to warm them up a little bit, though. You don't want to just send a cold DM without introducing yourself, or we'll save that for another topic. But thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I want to encourage you. So first of all, I am doing another Go Live and Get Known challenge starting on Monday. I'm excited for that. That one's always fun. So hopefully even the people who have already done that challenge will join me. So the link to that is in my Instagram bio. And then guys, join my free Facebook group, which is Social Selling Growth Masters. I would love to have you on that group. I go live in there and chat different things, or go live and talk about different things in that group. And then check out my podcast. It's called She Hustles by Rebecca Cramer, or with Rebecca Cramer. I suppose I should get that right. But I'm excited for that podcast as well. So I hope, first of all, thanks so much for joining me, and hope to see you again next week. And if you have any questions that I haven't answered, feel free to shoot me a DM or chat me. And yeah, thanks so much for joining. Thanks, guys.